Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Talk About Sleep. Got to mention the book. Amazon link to that is in the description box down below. Number 2, almost on the way, so keep an eye out for that. As we get closer to 1,000 subscribers, one person will get a signed copy of that at random, but got to be in it to win it, so subscribe. Please share it with your friends and family. And as I always say, these videos are for education only. Today's video is a kind of a less well-known treatment for sleep apnea. Okay, so sleep apnea, as I've said before in many of these videos, is a blockage of the airway back here, right back where the tongue sits. Now CPAP, which is kind of the standard, I've done a million videos on that, continuous positive airway pressure. What that is, as we know, is a mask that goes over the nose or in the nostrils or over the nose and the mouth, and it blows pressurized air in, which forces air down into the airway, and it forces the airway open, like an airway splint. Okay? But it comes from a machine, and this machine pressurizes the air. About 10 years ago, a new device came out called Provent, Provente. And what that was, it was this kind of new technology. It's kind of like a one-way valve. All right. So what these would be stickers that people would wear underneath the nose. Okay, like, almost look like like a sticker. Okay, but the sticker would have a valve inside and would kind of adhere to the skin of the nose. Skin of the nose. Yeah. And what happens is after these were applied, the person would be able to breathe in normally, but upon breathing out, the one-way valve, what it would do is it would kind of stop the pressure from leaving the nose. The pressure would be built up into the upper airway here and actually be forced down. The only other way it could go would be forced down the throat to force the airway open. So it's called nasal EPAP. That's expiratory positive airway pressure. Okay? Now, this all sounds good, in theory, but in reality, it didn't work. And the company has since gone out of business, I think, as of 2020. Why? Well, because, if you think about it, you're generating pressure here. The pressure is to go down to the back of the throat, but what happens is people end up opening their mouth, and the pressure leaves that way. Okay. That's why Provent did not work. In the last couple of years, though, a couple of new companies have come out which have a little bit different technology than what Provent had. One of them, but same idea though. So one of them is called Bongo, B-O-N-G-O. The other is called EPAP. That's U-L-T EPAP. Okay, and they kind of operate in the same way. This kind of one-way valve technology. Now they have different features that the companies say will kind of help patients to do better with this than they did with Provent, but large scale trials have not been done yet. So when those are done, hopefully we'll have more definitive evidence that these work. But to tell you the fault of clinical trials, Provent had the same thing, right? So clinical trials and reality are very different things. The point, though, is that there is another option for people with sleep apnea. Because of my experience with Provent, and probably a lot of other doctors' experience as well, I haven't really rushed to try my patients on this, but I do like the fact that it exists. I know with Provent, what was happening at the end was basically, if we use it at all, it would just be for snoring. Okay, it could help with snoring, but as far as treating sleep apnea, it really fell short. So, these new devices, these new technologies, they operate in that same way. Like I said, the one-way valve. Hopefully they do better. One thing is keeping the mouth closed, but again, that's also implying that the patient keeps it on, that doesn't fall off. These new devices actually have better ways, like for example, like facial straps that actually keeps the plugs in place. So you can find these online. They mostly need a doctor's prescription, and insurances don't cover them. So that's the other issue. but they are out there, so just keep an eye out for them. If you snore, certainly consider it. If you have sleep apnea, I think there are better things right now. But that's the video for today. If you have any questions about this or any topic for sleep apnea or any topic in sleep, leave it in the comment section down below. Once a month, I will get to answer any and all questions and comments in a video like this. But until next time, sleep well.